What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I got a question. What if y'all had a coach? You played a sport and you had a coach that was always fussing at you, and cussing you out, telling you what you're doing wrong and how bad you play, but they never corrected you and taught you how to do it the right way. What if you had a teacher in school that was always telling you how wrong your answer was and how dumb you are and how unintelligent you are, but they never teach you the proper way to get the answers to the questions in the lessons? Well, that's kind of how it is when you have people who um, have knowledge or claim to have a little knowledge, but they spend more time teasing people who don't than teaching the people who don't. It's an old saying that we all know. It says knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Y'all have knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. But the thing is that there's a such thing as abuse of power as well. You can have power all day long, but you can abuse that power when you let your power go to your head. When you become so full of yourself because of what you've attained, the knowledge that you've attained, that now you spend so much time, all of your time, telling everybody else how much of a sheep they are, how much of a puppet they are, and all the different names that we like to use as it relates to people. But who's worse? The person who lacks in knowledge or doesn't have it, or the person who has it and doesn't spread it to those who don't? Who's worse? See, we got to be real careful with that, man, because we like to make fun of people when we think we got a leg up on them. We think we got a leg up. Well, we look at that as just something that we can use, a token we can use on folks to um, impose a sense of superiority over people. That's all it is. You know, everybody wants to know something that everybody doesn't know. And that's why they say the game is to be sold, not told, because everybody wants the advantage of being able to say, well, I know this and you don't. So I have an option. I can either try to uh, exploit you or profit off of you for you to get it from me, or I can just bathe in the luxury in my own mind of I got it and I can hold it and you don't know. But you got to be real careful with that, man, because sometimes you don't even know what you think you know. See, there's a lot of people who carry themselves like they got a lot of knowledge, and they think that what they know is the absolute, and it's really not. And some people will, um, a lot of wise people, they kind of keep their mouth closed a lot of time. You know, they like, okay, I'm not going to go back and forth with this fool because it's just not something that's worth to do. So I'm going to let you continue to just dwell in your um, perceived wisdom, but it's actually ignorance. It's actually folly. It's a mistake that you're making. And when we get so far out, so full of ourselves and so far out, a lot of times we'll be caused or allowed to just drift around in our ignorance because we took something. And I'm talking to people who actually, you know, you may be on the right path. You do have the knowledge, But you took something that was never yours in the first place and you treated it as if you was the originator of it. So the thing about the coach or the teacher or the parent, anybody who is in a leadership position, because if you have true knowledge, that automatically puts a responsibility on you, and it puts you in a position, whether you accept it or not, whether you know it or not, it puts you in a position of leadership. Because it's up to you to make others be like you. It's not for you to just hold it, or for me to just hold it and I'm the only one that know it, I'm the only one that got it. I know a secret, but I ain't gonna tell you. It's to make other people just like you. Because guess what? It's something that you didn't know at the time. Somebody had to teach it to you. You had to get it from somewhere. And even if you are just so diligent and searching and seeking out wisdom and not, okay, even if you did it, nobody taught you, it don't matter. It still don't come from you. It comes from the originator. You still got an obligation to tell it to somebody else. But we rather spend so much time on the keyboard or on the phone or just typing out and telling everybody how blind they are. You rather spend more time and energy doing that than showing the people the way, showing them the light. Because I can take being called dumb. I can take being told that I'm ignorant or that, I'm lacking in knowledge. I can take all that if you backdoor that with showing me the way. Show me the way. And if it's the right way, I'll rock with you. But to ridicule people like that and then just leave them, that speaks to your character or lack of character. Just gonna leave the people? Just gonna leave them in limbo? I see it all the time on social media. People, they'll throw something out there and then they'll just leave the people dry. Because it might be people, there are people who will be offended by the presentation that you give, quite naturally, but there's also people that will read it and they'll be open as they're reading it. They're open-minded, and then they're waiting. Okay, well, he's getting ready to tell me what the real truth is, what the answer is, and then you don't get that. It's just, no, I just came on here to insult you, and I'm getting ready to go to the movies. Nah, man, come on, man. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. Because we're in a time where knowledge is the key, but the application of good knowledge is what will get us over the hump in the rough times. But I've said this before, if you are a knowledge hoarder, when the time comes where the people really needed that knowledge and they find out that was something that you could have told that and helped that you chose not to, and they're going to remember how bad you talked to them for being dumb, for being stupid, being blind, and being a sheep, and being a puppet, then that consequence will roll back on you. But the blood ain't on your hands if you was giving the game up, if you was breaking down the knowledge, and if they don't listen after that, it ain't on you no more. So let's do better, y'all. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Peace.